You're loaded up on the progress board. It's now time to start working on the classic pistol grip shifter and 4-speed linkage. This is the original Hurst Competition Plus shifter box that the car started life with. It's not a reproduction, which they do make. This is the original that I sent to Brewer's Performance. They do a phenomenal job. Every single component, every lever, every arm, every torsion spring, everything in this thing is new and not just clear coated or satin finished or something. This is actually replated. This is the original shifter the car started life with. 45-year-old shifter. They redid the chrome on it. This is a replicas of the original wood grain shift pattern that goes in the top. The original #2 countersunk Phillips screws. And again, the beautiful Hurst Writing original. This is absolutely the top quality stuff in the nation. The Chrysler assembly plant, the way that they did things, if you did not have a reference as to whether the bolt goes forward or goes backwards, the rule of thumb, the general rule of thumb was the car going down the road like that, everything would impale from the front. You want to start at a car and go from the front to the back. That's not to say you couldn't turn this right around and go the other direction. They'll work both ways, but one way is correct. Any 3/8 bolt long enough to go through this cross member will hold it. I guarantee you that's the truth. The correct original one looks like this. It has 3 stampings on it, and in the middle is the TR, the washer. This is twice as thick as the average washer, and you see it has an original type of metal finish on it. The end is a self-guider. This is the correct bolt to hold the transmission cross member in place. This is the original crush style nut. Today, they put nylon in these nuts, and that nylon holds it from being able to back off. Back in these days, they put a swedge on these nuts. That's why on this side, it's an oval hole. On this side, it's a perfectly round hole. If the car's not in neutral, I can't get a neutral gate on my shifter. You know how when you get in a car and you want to find out if you're in neutral, you slap it back and forth like that, and that's the neutral gate. If you look up at this shifter and you see this little pin right here, this white pin holds the shift levers in the neutral position. I know right now that that shifter, even though I'm not up in the car shaking it from side to side, is in neutral. I need to make sure the transmission is in neutral. That's how you line up the 4-speed linkage. You can't have it in first gear and try to line it up. It's not going to work. You see how my shaft is moving up there? I would not be able to do that if this car was in gear. This is our 3/4 shift rod right here at the front of the transmission. This is the 1/2 selector. So the 3/4 goes from the outside, the driver's side, pointing that way, because that doesn't like to go like that. Nope, I want to figure this out on camera, and so I look like an idiot. Why don't you go, no, not gonna do that. That's not gonna need to happen here. Get it out of the way so I can move around without feeling claustrophobic. Why are you, these aren't helping, so I don't know why I'm wearing them. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. My call me Charlie. We know this is our 3/4, it has to go there. That's our 1/2, it has to go there. What am I doing backwards here? Okay, I figured out my problem. These things can go a multitude of ways, but they only fall on and really fit one way. So even the old salty dog needs a little bit of refresher course. Dropping on like that, I like that. Let me get my glasses and a light, because I'm a piece of Everything's in. I still have to hook up the reverse lockout linkage, which I'll do here shortly. But basically how it works now is this is our pistol grip shifter. We're very familiar with it. This thing's in position. You pull it. It's going to pull this lever back. That's going to be first gear. When it goes forward, it's going to be second gear. Then you're going to come back to the neutral gate. Then you're going to click over to the right a little bit and go forward. That's going to draw this arm back, back, and then this arm forward. That's going to be 3rd and 4th gear. Go all the way over like the pattern says, to the left, up. It's going to drag this arm back, and it's going to clunk that mother into reverse like that. And that's your 4-speed.